18-9. So the genius talents of the 18-9 is leading the completion of large, complicated projects and also wielding power and influence to catalyze transformation. So the mastered expression of the 18-9 is becoming the director of large-scale, higher-purpose projects. So an example of a mentor to model for the 18-9 is Elon Musk. So Elon Musk has this, and you really see how it's the director of large-scale, higher-purpose projects through his three companies of SpaceX, venturing off into space, Tesla, innovating electric cars, and Solar City, innovating solar powered for the masses. So a key part of this is having the ability to be decisive, because as you can imagine, leading the completion of large, complicated projects requires tough decisions. Tough decisions where it's not always completely clear, and most likely the most of the time it's not completely clear, but a decision needs to be made. Another example of this is Bill Gates with his newest work of philanthropy and how he's navigating the resources of the Bill Gates Foundation, or the Gates Foundation, I believe it's called, to solve problems of the world on a very, very, very large scale. So an ally to bring these qualities out in yourself, the mastered expression of these qualities out faster and easier, is to find an ally with the 10-1 qualities, which are discernment, masculine and feminine balance, and spiritual wisdom. So the discernment really helps the 18 get into the rhythm of making decisions, because the resistance pattern of the 18 is to take things, say 80-90% of the way there, but then have an inner fear of making the final decision that brings it to 100%, that launches the product. Because when the product is launched, then it can be deemed a success or a failure, and the 18 doesn't want that resistance pattern anyways. So having that discernment, having somebody who's strong in discernment, helps arrive to finality, arrive to decision making. And you can really trust their discernment because they're incorporating the masculine and feminine balance. So they're incorporating both sides of the spectrum, both styles, and they're not just anchored in one side or the other, and they're not just lukewarm in the middle, but they're incorporating both elements, both styles, both viewpoints, and arriving at a discerning point. And the spiritual wisdom helps connect to the higher purpose of the projects and make sure that what you're working on helps you really quickly feel and sense, okay, what I'm working on, is that this project, this client, this venture, this industry, is it truly the higher purpose project that is an extension of my masterpiece and my mission? Or is it not quite there? And the stability, strength comes from the 10-1's integrity and connection to the divine. And that doesn't mean, of course, that they're holier than thou. It's just that they've connected and committed to their relationship to the divine, so they have a mastered level of stability and strength that comes from that. So that helps add another layer of stability as you're making these complicated decisions, overseeing directing these large-scale projects. And the service helps maintain the focus of, okay, where is this power of the 9 being channeled? Yes, it can catalyze transformation, but is it pure service, or is it just doing it for your own gains? And the more you do it in the lane of service, the more power and influence comes to you. So the 10-1 is someone who's developed these qualities in themselves, is very keenly aware, acutely aware of making sure things are dialed in integrity and also focused on service. And that helps bring out the mastery of the 18-9 for yourself, so you can become the director of large-scale, higher-purpose projects with this expression of your genius map. So take a look in your Genius Council and see who has these qualities. And if nobody does, keep an eye out for somebody that does.